Oh, wah, wah, wah. Hey guys, it's Wally. It's Tuesday night. Tomorrow's Homebrew Wednesday. Wheezy! Ow! Alright, we'll sit down and talk about some stuff. I'll crack a beer. Not a homebrew, but anyway. Alright. Aw, sadness. Hey guys, this lighting sucks. Hey, it's Wally, right? So, I'm gonna drink some Mad Tree tonight. That's all I got. Well, I do have homebrew. Nothing that I've got cold. Let me get this in a glass. So, it's been, geez, almost a year. It's been a while. I'm not dead. I am not dead. So, my life is just busy. I'm just busy all the time. Sports. Saturdays are sports. Weekdays, a couple, 2 or 3 days a week are usually softball games, sports. Sundays are kind of open now. So one thing that's always helped me back is it's been so long since I brewed anything. Everything's filthy, everything's dirty. So that's not the case anymore. So I've went through and got some video. Hopefully the video is not any longer than a half an hour. I got a feeling it's probably going to be over half an hour. But what I've done here is I cleaned my keezer. All new gas line, all new beer line, taps are cleaned. The whole thing was taken apart. Fermentation chamber, all cleaned. The water reservoir for my RO system, emptied, cleaned. I use that water to clean all my kettles, so they're all clean. Except the mash tun, it wasn't really dirty. Nothing a good wipe down will take care of. But I've got new silicone lines on all the lines for the brew stand. So yeah, there's some stuff that I didn't video, just because if you want to video all this stuff or try to get some kind of content with all this stuff, it's just ridiculous. It takes so much time for someone actually doing it than trying to do it. So I've got before and after video of everything. So hopefully at this point I've got kegs to clean, and I've still got fermenters to clean. But really, if I wanted to, I could brew at will at this point in time. Everything's clean, everything's ready to go. I've still got ingredients, hops, yeast, all that stuff. It's got some age on it, but all my grains are all in airtight containers, already vacuum sealed, or in the bitter bowls, which are airtight. All my hops are frozen. Yeast has been in the refrigerator. I can make a starter. It's no big deal. So I've got a little bit of work to do, just to try to get fermenters cleaned, kegs cleaned. But other than that, I'm all done, ready to go. All right. I'm gonna show you guys something. My brother found these. Got these from his in-laws a while back. But yeah, my name's Wally. My brother's name's Walter. We're identical twins, named after each other's grandfathers. My dad's father, his name was Walter. My mom's father's name was Wallace. Hence the names. I know somebody's going to say, well, Wally and Walter are the same name. And you're not wrong. The reasoning is much different. So anyway, all right, guys. So you're going to sit back and try to enjoy the videos, and maybe I'll see you guys next week. All right, peace, cheers. Oh man! All right, so here is the keezer collar. So yeah, it's been about a year since I brewed anything, so I've been down here messing around a little bit. I'll tell you why this is all apart and what I'm going to do with that. But let's get stuff out of the way. Talk about what we're gonna do here. Hopefully you guys don't have narcolepsy or whatever. And so here's the chest freezer. It's 15.5 cubic feet chest freezer that I've used for a keezer for probably 9 years, 10 years. So you can see it is effing dirty. I've got some green beans and some collard greens frozen. Those are all going to the trash. But so I'm gonna shortly shut this down and let it thaw, and I'm going to clean that thoroughly. So what had happened was I had a smaller chest freezer and it broke down, quit working. So what I did, I jerked the collar off of it, and this this foam here is what I used this to seal the tube. It just sits up there by weight. Just a big 1-inch foam interior, and then it's 2x4s with poplar, basically veneer on the outside of it. So this is what happens. This is what happened. I haven't brewed in over a year. So this is my brewing area. Airlock completely dried out on that Brett. My barrel, I haven't even checked it. See if there's any kind of liquid in it. I doubt it. There's my water. These are all the kegs that were inside. They're dirty, filthy. CO2 bottle's empty. Here's a water filter that I changed in the whole house water filter in there. The sink is absolutely filthy. Brew stand, exactly as I left it. Cleaning supplies and trash bags for today. Yeah, dusty, but not too bad, right? There's just stuff sitting all over the place from, hey, take this downstairs. I don't want it up here anymore in the kitchen, like barbecue stuff. There's the old controller. That's what I used to use to control my Keyser temps. So what I've done, I bought a Inkbird ITC 1000, and I was going to locate that here in the collar and right about where that Homebrew Talk sticker is, but I thought about it, and the area is going to be just too clustered. So the box that I had, this box, I built this thing several years ago, and I've never used it. I built it as basically a fermentation chamber heat controller, right? Inkbird ITC 1000. It's got switched power, heat, cool, probe, power in, all that good stuff. So I'm going to mount that on the top of that controller that I've got set up for my fermentation chamber. So plan is all these lines, these beer lines are gone. All the CO2 lines are gone. All of my lines for my brew stand are gone. I'm going to empty the water out of my reservoir there. Look what's in the bottom of that bucket and clean it up, fill it back up. Of course, clean all these kegs. Those are all dirty. The 5-gallon one on the left is clean, but it's been sitting here for a while. Yeah, get that cleaned up. Basically, kind of get everything cleaned up and put away. I'm gonna take you guys on my journey. So, all right, guys. That's it for now. All right, so I got the Perlix off of there. That one's pretty dirty. That one's not too bad. It's dirty. Yeah, they're all dirty. I'm gonna take the shanks out of everything and let everything soak. Clean it up. Put it all back. This thing is absolutely filthy. But there's everything so far. I've got all my CO2 lines off and ends off of my beer lines. So I'm getting ready to take the beer lines off the back of the shanks, and pretty filthy, but it's not too bad. So yeah, the plan is to all new CO2 lines, all new beer lines, and clean it up. Put the foam weather stripping down. You can see where the old was. Replace that. Set the Keyser on top of it. Foil tape it, duct tape it, and call it a day. Should be pretty neat. All right, so it's upside down. So I guess we can kind of go over how I've done this. So those are the 4 taps, obviously, right? So they go in there. Those are the nuts back there. Where are they at? Right there. So then, beer, that's obviously beer. So here's the main distribution for my CO2. So then the CO2 tank sits underneath of that. This is where the hump is on the Keyser. So then I've got a line that comes out there, goes through these P clamps and charges that, right? So that is the, let's see here. So I've got 4 kegs, so that I can use to force carb if I want to later on. So yeah, that comes off of my CO2 regulator. So yeah, I can force carb with those 2. But yeah, anyway, we'll talk more when I get it together. But you can see all this stuff this is insulation. This is a 2x10, and this is the poplar 1x veneer. Basically, is what I'm using it for. So yeah, it's everything's put together 45-degree angle. There is a metal bracket in there, covered up by the foam. But this, my distribution block, I've got. I think they're steel or aluminum standoffs that you can buy at Lowe's. They're through holes. You can buy in different diameters, OD, ID, and length. So I've got, these are I think inch, so I can mount this plate, this wooden plate on here and screw it down tight and not worry about crushing that foam too much. Same with that distribution there. So anyway, we'll take a look. You can see all the crap that's in there. You know, you can't even see the worst of it, but it's pretty bad. All right, this is clean, right? That's the back behind the keezer. So there's old hops, probably good for lambics if you guys are into lambic style beers. I think these are well aged hops. Just a lot of dirt, a lot of debris. So anyway, figured I'd hop on the old truth tree and show you guys what's the deal, pickle. All right, so these 4 screws, 8 total. That's what holds the top of my keezer on, and those go into those 4 holes there. So I retain the hinges, this seal, stock seal from the keezer kit. Chest freezer works just fine. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up the lid, and I'm still waiting for the little bit of frost to clear up from this dude so I can get this guy cleaned up. I can actually fit 6 kegs, Pepsi kegs in here, and potentially one on the hump if I wanted to, but I usually don't use it that way. All right, so this is the foam. It's cleaned out, yes. It's a perfect, not at all, but it's a lot better than it was. It takes this damn thing a long time to thaw out. There's still ice in the corners. You can kind of see it there. It's still pretty cold in there. But anyway, I want to put the collar on and top on that and put this thing together. All right, so it's on. That's that. And you can see there's a gap there, but all that's this collar sitting on the foam that I had on the top of the freezer. So I'm going to take some duct tape, and fill that in. Throw the top on, throw my temperature probe through that little hole right there, and scoot it back in position. So just a matter of a few minutes. Still got to clean up the shanks, but all this is together. So it's in there, tape's in there. I've got some beer line in that cabinet there. I don't know if I got enough. I went ahead and I ordered some more, but everything's taped up. So yeah, it's times. I gotta get stuff put together, cleaned up, put together. But there's a temperature probe through that hole. This right here is the controller. So it's on heat, which it shouldn't be. Let's change this sucker. How cold? No, it's on 60. Let's set that guy to 40. Oh my goodness, it's still, yeah, dumbass. Dumas. Alright, so it's on. It's on cool. This one also it's got a heating side, cooling side, and it's also got a switched outlet. So if I wanted to, I could hook up whatever I needed to. It's the same as this box. It's heating, cooling, and this is the on-off switch for the fan inside of the keezer. So I'm gonna turn this off. I don't need it. Don't need it on. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up the shanks. Then I may get those in. Then I can close everything up. I shouldn't be losing that much temperature, but everything's kind of cleaned up and ready to go. So got the beer lines are all done. I actually had enough beer line in my cabinet to put about 10 foot on each line. I don't go through and do the calculations. I just I'm usually serving under 10 psi, and these are 10 foot, so I've never really had any issue with these. But anyway, you gotta use the old hot water trick. Heat everything up. So these are all my gas fittings. So I'm waiting on some gas line. I'll have that probably this weekend. But anyway, that's it, guys. I'm not gonna chronicle everything because I don't want this video to be a flipping hour long. So next project, I'm gonna clean this dude out. It has been literally a year since that thing's been opened up. So we'll do this together. I'm gonna pause it, then I'll open it up, then we'll show you the grossness inside. Which, in all actuality, it's not bad. I figured I'd have a big problem, but anyway, we're gonna clean it up, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, a little bit of elbow grease, and this thing's pretty much cleaned up. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. So that's heating mat. That is for like an iguana aquarium. Does a good job of maintaining temperature. It does not do a good job of creating temperature, if you understand that. If I put a beer in at 80, I want to keep it at 80. I can preheat the chamber to 80 and it'd be fine. But if I try to put it in there at 60, then try to let that mat heat it up to 80, it's not going to do it. But anyway, it's a little fan I've got hooked up to the switch side on my control box. I can switch that manually, turn it on and off. It does not run off the thermometer or thermostat or anything. It's all manual. Anyway, that's an old refrigerator, Kenmore refrigerator that my wife had in college. So I graduated high school in '94, so you know it's old. It still works. All right, I am cleaning kettles. I'm not cleaning the mash tun. It's pretty clean. The lids have been on and everything, so it's not really dirty inside. It's got some dust and some dead bug bodies on it. But anyway, so I've got let's see, just over 14 gallons of water in this one. I'm using the alkaline brewer's wash to clean everything. So I've got I'm doing 1 scoop per gallon because it's not really that dirty. The HLT doesn't really get that dirty, but it's going out into the pump and back in. Now my boil kettle is pretty dirty. I may end up at the end of this still taking it out and using some Barkeepish Friend on it. But I'm going out into the Riptide, into the chiller, out of the chiller, into the Hermes coil, and back in. Now I bought all new silicone line for these, so I'm not worried if I'm going to rinse these real well or not. But anyway, I just started. Temperatures are at 78 and 84. And I use the water from my RO reservoir, so that thing is pretty much empty. So now I can get that lid off, see what it looks like inside, and as I start to fill it, I'll go ahead and purge it and go through the filter cleaning process with that. Then just go ahead and fill it up, but that's it.